In the brutal hierarchy of the forest, the line between protector and predator is written in blood. Why would a primate risk everything for a creature that doesn't share its pulse? Every blink is a gamble, every strike a death warrant. Today, we witness a chain of entropy where the hunter becomes the hunted, and the most unlikely ally emerges from the canopy. It begins with a tongue, fast as a bullet. But in this arena, there's always a bigger shadow. The scorpion's sting is met by the bullfrog's hunger, a ruthless cycle of consumption. But triumph in the wild is a fleeting ghost. As the frog swallows its prize, a new predator breaches the perimeter. The mongoose does not hesitate. It claims the victor as its own. Yet, even as it secures its meal, a hiss vibrates through the humid air, announcing the arrival of a ghost white executioner. Enter the mongoose, a specialist in chaos. It claims the frog, but the forest demands attacks. A ghost white cobra rises. This is not just a fight. It is a masterclass in kinetic survival. The white cobra strikes with the speed of thought, but the mongoose moves like liquid lightning. Fur brushes against scales in a dance where the slightest error means an agonized end. The Mongoose Mother fights for more than food. She fights to clear the path for her burrow. She secures a bloody victory, but the scent of battle has already summoned the rest of the coven. But even the brave have limits. 1 cobra is a duel, 4 is a funeral. The matriarch falls, her nervous system collapsing under a deluge of neurotoxins. The legacy of the burrow is left to the mercy of the fangs. The silence that follows is heavier than the struggle itself. The cobras claim their prize, dragging the fallen mother into the shadows of the stone, while the pups follow in a blind, heartbroken trance. Hope is a foreign concept in the tall grass, and survival now hangs by a single, fraying thread. Nature abhors a vacuum, but it occasionally rewards courage. A monkey mother breaks the primal code. She descends from the safety of the leaves, engaging the cobras in a chaotic dance of fur and scales. Flesh against venom, a war of attrition where the monkey mother is outmatched and outnumbered. The fangs find their mark. The poison begins its slow march through her veins. But as the circle closes, she looks upward, not for salvation, but for a catalyst. She realizes that to defeat the swarm, she must unleash one of her own. She uses the forest itself as a weapon. A fallen hive unleashes 1,000 stings. The cobras, masters of poison, are defeated by a superior swarm. The balance is restored, but the cost remains. Consider the Mongoose Mother. In her final moments, she did not retreat. Stoicism teaches us Amor Fati, the love of one's fate. She did not choose the cobras, but she chose how to meet them. Her sacrifice was not a tragedy of biology. It was the ultimate expression of duty. In the wild, purpose is a luxury, yet she found it in the defense of her lineage. Her body succumbed to the neurotoxin, a physical surrender to the laws of nature. But her spirit remained unbowed until the very end. We often fear our end, yet nature reminds us that a life lived in accordance with one's nature, to protect, to provide, to endure, is a complete life, regardless of its duration. The poison was inevitable, but her courage was a choice. Marcus Aurelius spoke of Sympatheia, the idea that all things are woven together. We see it here in the most jarring of ways. A monkey, a creature of the trees, intervenes in the tragedy of the ground. Why? Because the forest is a single organism. When the monkey mother rescues the orphan pups, she isn't just acting on instinct. She is responding to the fundamental frequency of empathy that connects all sentient life. There is no us and them in the deep green. There is only the preservation of the whole. This cross-species bond challenges our human notions of tribalism. If a primate can recognize the suffering of a mongoose, what excuse do we have to remain indifferent to the struggles of our own kind? We are leaves on the same tree, nourished by the same roots. The cobras were the obstacle. They were the wall of death that seemed insurmountable. Yet the monkey mother did not just fight them. She used the environment to transcend them. The beehive, an obstacle for most, became her strategic lever. This is the core of the Stoic path. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. We often view our cobras, our debts, our illnesses, our failures, as the end of our journey. But what if they are the catalyst for our most creative solutions? The monkey mother did not have the mongoose's immunity, so she found a different power. She innovated through necessity. She turned chaos into a tool, proving that intelligence paired with a steady heart can dismantle even the most lethal of threats. The mongoose pups are now orphans, but they are not broken. This is the lesson of anti-fragility. Some things thrive when exposed to volatility and stress. These pups have witnessed the worst of the world before they have even learned to hunt. This trauma is the soil in which their future strength is planted. Under the guidance of their unlikely primate guardian, they will grow with a different perspective. They are no longer just mongooses. They are survivors of a war that should have claimed them. We too are forged in the fires of our lowest moments. It is not the easy days that define us, but the nights we spent surrounded by cobras. The scars we carry are not marks of shame, but the armor we earn by refusing to disappear. The forest is silent once more, but the lesson echoes. You will face your own cobras. You will feel the poison of circumstance. The question is, will you retreat into the shadows, or will you find your hive? Will you act with the empathy of the monkey, or succumb to the cold hunger of the snake? Survival is a strategy, but character is a choice. Look at the pups. Now fed, now safe. They are the living.